Welcome to your Nearpod tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a presentation. We're going to talk about converting files to PDFs in case you don't know how to do that. We're going to add some interactive features, and we're going to publish our presentation, and then I'm going to show you how to launch it, share it, and assign it as homework. So along the bottom of this tutorial, you can see different marks in the video where you can skip ahead to the part that you want to view. So the first thing that we're going to do is log on to Nearpod. So I'm going to go to www.nearpod.com, and this is what your screen should look like when you get there. And you're going to want to click on the Login button. You're going to type in your username and your password, and you're going to click Sign In. Once you sign in, your screen should look something like this. And you're going to want to click on the Create button right here, because you're creating a new presentation. Now, I'm going to convert one of my PowerPoints into a PDF in order to upload it into Nearpod. So here's the PowerPoint, and as you can see, this is just a PowerPoint that I've used many times with my students, and I'm going to go ahead and convert it into a PDF format. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, and when this pops up, there's a drop-down menu right here. So right now it's saved as a PowerPoint presentation, but I can change that. I just click on my drop-down menu, and I'm going to select to save it as a PDF. So I'm going to pick that. And there's a little button here that says Open File After Publishing. So once I click Save, once it converts to a PDF, the PDF will automatically open so that I know that it has fully been converted. So I'm going to click Save now, and I'm going to check and make sure that it's saved where I want it to be. Okay, it's in my Africa folder, so I'm going to click Save. And now it's converting my PowerPoint into a PDF file. And now the PDF has been created. So now I can go ahead and X out of both of these files because I can upload straight from my folder. Now, you don't have to convert your PowerPoints to a PDF. However, if you want to upload a Word document that you have or some other kind of document, you will have to convert that to a PDF. And you would do that in exactly the same way. You just go to File, Save As, and go to your drop-down menu and select PDF. Okay, so now that this is in a PDF and it's saved on my computer, I'm going to go ahead and X out of the PDF, and I'm going to go ahead and X out of my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so now here we are. Remember, we had clicked Create. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click New Presentation. Now it'll bring me to this particular screen. What I want to do is you could drag your file in here if you wanted to. My personal preference is to browse my files, so I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go ahead and find that PDF file in my computer. In my Africa folder where I saved it earlier. Okay, so here is the PowerPoint. And then here's the PDF version of that. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my PDF version. And it's going to take a few minutes to process. It will automatically title your presentation whatever you had your PowerPoint titled. Okay, so here we go. Here are all my slides in the system, and if I decide, oh, this one's too wordy, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, I can check that one and click the delete button up here. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete that slide, and off it goes, gone. I can also rearrange the slides if I want to by simply dragging and dropping. Okay, but and make sure that when you're finished manipulating things that you uncheck all of your slides, because you wouldn't want to accidentally make an unintended change. I've done that before. Okay, so I'm ready to add some of my interactive features. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my button here, and the first interactive feature that I want to add is an open-ended question for my children. So I want my students to be able to demonstrate their understanding of a concept, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to type in a question and just kind of show you how this works. For some awesome questioning ideas, in the X drive, there's a folder called Vanguard Technology, and I've saved a great PowerPoint in there with very specific higher order thinking skills questions that you can incorporate directly into your interactive features if you choose to. Okay, so I typed how are you today? You could add an image if you want to. I seem to have trouble with this feature from time to time because my image files are always a little too big. So beware that that could be an issue. So I'm going to go with no image this time. I'm just going to type my question and I'm going to click save. So my slide was saved successfully. So if you scroll down to the bottom, it automatically moves your interactive slide inward one slide. And that's because you cannot end with an interactive slide and you cannot begin with an interactive slide. You can have as many interactive slides in the middle as you want, but you have to begin and end with something other than an interactive slide. Now I want my open-ended question to go way up top, so I'm just going to drag it up to the beginning of my presentation. Now it cannot be the first one, so I'm just going to drag it here. Now I want to add a couple more interactive features, so I'm going to go ahead and click add for another one. I'm going to incorporate a draw at this time, and I can do images and give draw it instructions. So I have an image that I have already pre-created, and I'm going to browse my files for that. So I'm going to go into my pictures. And I'm going to look for my little find the perimeter picture that I have previously made. So I'll go ahead and pull that in. And I'll type in my instructions. Find the perimeter of the base. Show your work. You are limited in characters when you type in your directions. Okay, so that's in there. I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay, so that slide was saved. I'll show you another quick example of a draw it. So I'm going to browse my files again. This time I think I have a Venn diagram in here. Let me look and see. I'm going to pick my Venn diagram here. And I'm going to say compare and contrast the Ashanti and Bantu. Okay, so I'm going to save. By the way, that beautiful picture I got from an app called Haiku Deck, which I can show you how to find images on Haiku Deck if you would like. Okay. So now I have my two draw-its. I'm going to strategically place them throughout. Let's see. Oh, there's the Bantu. I definitely want that draw-it to be after the Bantu since they are comparing and contrasting part of that. Okay, so there's my interactive features. Now I am done. I'm going to go ahead and package this particular presentation and get ready to launch it because my kids are coming in just a few minutes. So I'm going to click done. And yeah, I am done with this presentation. I don't need to edit it anymore. I want to publish it so that I can go ahead and launch it for when my students come in. So I'm going to click yes, I'm done. Now, if I want to continue editing this, I would click no, and I would just kind of exit out of my Nearpod at that point in time and come back and edit it later. But it's finished now, so I'm going to go ahead and click yes. So it's going to, now it's published. Yay! Well, it's working on it. It's processing it. Okay, now it is officially published and I can see it right here in my library. So now that it's published, I am ready to launch it for my students. And I'm on my laptop, so the way that I have to launch it for my students is I'm going to click on Engage. See your Engage button up here? So I'm going to click on that. and it brings me to my library, and I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so here are my different options. I can assign it as a homework, I can share it with somebody, and I can also launch it for my kids. So I'm going to go ahead and click Live Session. And now it's launched. Now, here is my pin. So I would actually have to write these letters on my whiteboard for when my kids come in my room so that they can log into nearpod.com and click Join Session and type in the pin number. Okay? And that's that. That's it. That's all you need. Okay, let me go back, and this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to share your presentation with somebody else in your PLC. They think you did an awesome one and they want to take a look at it. So I'm going to click Engage again. I'm going to pick this one. This time I'm going to share it. So I'm going to click Share, and my Outlook will automatically open up. And I'm just going to, oops. Okay, so here is the Nearpod presentation link. And it automatically opened up my Outlook. So now that I have this in here, I can just click Send, and it would send it via email, via a link. Okay? All right, the other thing that we can do is assign it for homework. So I'm going to click on homework, and once again it pops up in your Outlook. So you could actually copy and paste this and go into eSchool and email it out to all of your students, or input this pin on the student box or open this link. Or you could just copy this and paste it on Edmodo, or have your students write the pin down in their agendas and they could log on to nearpod.com and type in the pin number, or you could provide them this link and put the link on Edmodo or on a Padlet wall and have the kids just click directly on the link. So there are lots of different ways that they can do that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to close out of this and close out of this, and I'm just going to open a new tab and act like I'm a student, and I'm going to paste that link directly into my thing, and I can go ahead. So here I am, Nearpod homework. Review this content at your own pace by swiping slides. Your answers will be reported to your teacher. So I can't swipe because I'm on a laptop, so I'm going to click the little arrow button, and so now I can go through, oops, here we go. Your kids still have to, okay, so now I have my open-ended question. Going to submit that. And I can go ahead and navigate my way through this particular presentation and respond to all the various interactive features throughout. And when I'm finished, my teacher will have a list of all the data from me doing my homework. And then I can just click Exit when I'm finished. And yes, I want to leave the presentation. Okay, so I hope you find that helpful, and please let me know if you have any questions. I would be more than happy to come and help you roll this out or answer them in your classroom. Thanks.